Well, everybody, it is that time of the year again where Spirit is releasing animatronics, and it is my duty as a content creator to take advantage of that and make some sweet, delicious content. Now, I'm doing a bit of a double feature, though one of them won't be as talked about as much as the other. We're going to be talking about Ratman and clowning around. So we're going to start with clowning around, just kind of get them out of the way. Clowning around is returning for the 2024 Halloween season. That is a pretty big deal given that the 2021 had such a limited quantity. And if you were to go on eBay or Mercari or any other secondhand store, you would see that, this thing goes for thousands of dollars. There's a lot of back and forth about how many units were made. I believe there were 1,500 units, around that amount, that were made of clowning around. People say there was 700. I think there was way more than 700 units made. I believe it was 1,500, maybe 3,000. Somewhere in that ballpark. There was enough that if there were only 700, you would not see them pop up as much as they do. I mean, obviously. So, but there was not enough to go around, clearly. And he was online only. And you know how online only props go. Once they sell out, and they aren't fantastic sellers, you really don't see them. And this was kind of the era where online only props just didn't get restocked. Really dumb Spirit. But it seems like they learned their lesson with clowning around and they brought him back because he is in very high demand. Doesn't seem like much has changed, though I don't think anyone has gotten the clowning around yet. At least not that I've seen. So, quite a bit could have changed, but I don't think anything has. I've heard rumors that the new one could have a vinyl head as opposed to latex. Sure hope that's true, because boo latex, no one likes latex. He does have a price increase at $20, now he's $319.99. And I do believe he will be in stores, given that his page was updated to no longer say online only. Now we're going to shift over to Ratman, who came out yesterday and is our new official, just brand new for 2024 animatronic. This is original. This is not a returning prop. Sorry, I'm so stuffy today, guys. I'm miserable. So Ratman is by WOYU Metal Plastics Company, and is, I think, the first time in a long time that we have seen a prop with actual just amped up gore. Usually when we see Spirit try to do a quote-unquote gory prop, they'll just sprinkle a little bit of blood, tiny little bit of red paint here and there, not much. This guy's got a bunch of blood splatter. He's got an open chest cavity, which we have seen that before, but it's not been as well pulled off as this. There's a lot of blood here. He's got this just gnawed up, mangled face. He's got one rat kind of burrowing itself into his head and another one hanging out of his chest cavity. Super cool concept. So he kind of wriggles around, and both the rats seem to be on springs or on a hinge, so they also wriggle around, but they're not motorized. Really smart of WO on this one. I believe the rats play the knifed rat audio, which I'm assuming is a royalty-free audio. Super cool prop. This one is only at $200. A really fair price for what you are getting, in my opinion. I am a pretty big fan of Ratman. Really gruesome. This is a gruesome prop right here. We have seen the open chest cavity props before. I think. Yeah, See-Through Cindy had an open chest cavity, and See-Through Cindy was pretty gory. It seems like Spirit is trying to do more gore. We saw them start to slowly push the envelope with stuff like Poor George, Gary. I'm sure there's some others I'm forgetting, but those are the two that immediately come to mind. And then they really... Oh, The Widow, too. The Widow was pretty... Well, I wouldn't say she was gory, but she was gruesome. So, kind of the same area, but different genre, if that makes sense. But this one, they really just... They took a risk, and I really, really think it paid off. I do like that there's a bit of dark humor in it with the rats. I think that was really smart of Spirit to do that. I think it's kind of funny that the rats kind of wriggle around and that they're sticking out of his chest and his head. Some people don't like the head rat. I like it. I think it's kind of funny. It adds a little bit of dark humor. He's missing an arm. I wish they had a rat sticking out of the arm stump as well, but that's just kind of me being nitpicky. Just, you know, I don't know. We've seen WO do a one-armed zombie before. I think. No, because Gary still technically had an arm, but barely. But yeah, Rick Ratman is our brand new prop. Again, I am quite a fan. I like the audio. I like the animation. I like his sculpt. I like that he's got kind of an eaten away face. He looks super jacked up. I do have plans to get Rick Ratman. I have a friend that is another local haunter. He actually runs a pest control business. I want to see if I can get a uniform from him and dress Rick Ratman in that pest control uniform. That's kind of a tongue-in-cheek joke in a way to advertise his business, because he and I are tight. But I would like to make him into like a pest control guy or an exterminator. Something fun like that, because I think that would be super tongue-in-cheek, super funny, and a really cool addition to my cemetery display. But definitely let me know what you think about both Rick Ratman and the return of Clowning Around. Also, you will absolutely see pictures of my pet rats crawling around Rick Ratman. I promise you. Because I do have, if you didn't know, I do have pet rats. I love rats. I think they're just goofy little creatures. You will see it. It's almost like an obligation at this point. But yeah, definitely tell me what you think about these two new additions. And just today, Spirit did release a teaser. It's already been dissected. There's really nothing too crazy in it. It's just a bunch of older props teased in it. So I'm not going to cover that. But yeah, 2024 season has officially begun. We just hit the halfway to Halloween mark. And let me tell you, everyone is going hard at it. Depot's doing good. Spirit's already got me pretty impressed. They're not a snooze fest this year. Lowe's is doing pretty good. And I'm hearing some good things about other retailers, guys. So stay tuned in, and I will cover them. Bye, guys.